Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing, and a quick update here. You can see what we got going on here. We've been talking about since up here when I said I don't like the way this looks up here, right? I thought this was going to come back and back test to 46,605 and then ultimately come back to the blue ring and that underneath support of the little localized rising channel that you were in after you tried to break out of the symmetrical triangle. And a symmetrical triangle has uptrending support, right, like this, uptrending, and it has descending resistance. Descending resistance, uptrending support. That's a symmetrical triangle. This is a rising channel that it tried to break out of. Now when it comes back to this blue ring, if it breaks that, it's going to come all the way back down here, all the way to 39,000, right? And that would have some major implications, but that's for another discussion. If it breaks this blue ring and this $45,069 right here as it comes back, and it's going to back test this now, and if it doesn't hold this, it's going to have a quick fall all the way down into here, right? But if it can hold this, it can bounce back up into something like this, maybe for a double top. But this is starting to look like a topping out pattern, right? But we're going to keep an eye on that as long as it holds that $45,062. And I gave you that fair warning up here the other day when we were up in here, right? I told you I didn't like the way that looked up there. That's why I drew that little thing out. And I said it's probably coming here, and then it might come here, which now it seems like it is going to come there, right? So you got to watch out for that. XRP, you can see again, Vincenzo nailed this one from the buy at 74 cents down here where the blue arrow is, and then he topped out at the top part of the symmetrical triangle. And again, a symmetrical triangle is descending overhead resistance, ascending underneath support. So your underneath support, your lows are getting higher lows, right? Don't hit the rock's eyebrow. Good evening on this increasingly dark, hot, sticky, uncomfortable early summer, early June. This is Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing, where you like, subscribe, and share for a one-of-a-kind, probability-based trading alert and the rock's eyebrow. You can see, and then your overhead resistance or lower highs. So higher lows and lower highs, that's how you make a symmetrical triangle, and it looks like that. And you can see if we zoom in, XRP finally hit that beautifully on the upper part of that symmetrical triangle. And when we were up here, you can see we still have it drawn out here. We said if it gets topped out up here, it's probably going to trade back down here, especially if it breaks the 200-day, and it has. So now you're going to come back down and retest lower support at 78 cents, and if you can't hold that, you're coming back to 63 cents, right? Because then we got our underneath targets of 47 cents is your short-term target, and then your late summer target of 19 cents, which I still believe that is all in the cards and will happen. But we got to pay attention to see if this bull run is over or if this is just a retest of some lower support, right? If we look at one of the big ones, ZIL, that popped yesterday, you can see it's starting to come back down, but it's still holding up there fairly nicely, right? It's had a little bit of a pullback, which is to be expected after a massive run. But if we zoom out to the hour time frame, to me, this thing is still, it looks kind of bullish, but you could be saying what's going to happen now is this trades back down. Why did it do that now? That this is going to trade back down to the 200-day, then maybe come back up, and then if it does something like that, you could be saying that's a head and shoulders topping reversal pattern, right? And then the targeted move from that would be from the top of the forming head to the potential neckline, right, to the point of a breakout, and that gets you right back down here to the mean, right about where you were before you took off on this shot, right? Down here at the mean at about 0.04 cents. before you went on that huge 350% moonshot, right? So that would make sense if that's a head and shoulders topping reversal pattern, which we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep this pattern out there to see if that's indeed what's happening. I'll get you more updates later on as I get back to the hotel, but I'm on 12 hours, so I don't get back to the hotel till 7:30, and then I have to wake up at 5 o'clock to do 12 more hours tomorrow, right? So we'll give you some more updates and keep you on top of this. Peace and love.